wounded inner child. The number one sign that you do have a wounded inner child and why it is important to know. First of all, I want to thank you tremendously for all the love and support for this channel. Because of your likes, your shares, your comments and your subscription, you help making these liberating insights from the very root up accessible to everyone. Now, what is an inner child? Well, our inner child is a part of our subconsciousness that has been picking up messages way before it was able to fully process what was going on mentally and emotionally. And it holds emotions, memories and beliefs from the past, as well as hopes and dreams for the future. Now, as a child, we might not have overcome the unsolved pain, even though we might think we have. Instead of having overcome the unsolved pain, we learned to bury our unsolved pain. And the burying of our unsolved pain made us actually bury our inner child. Now, the good news is that our inner child is still unharmed and untouched at the core. But the burial or the imprisonment of our inner child is what we know as a wounded inner child. So a wounded inner child doesn't mean our inner child is irreversibly wounded. It only means that our inner child is still buried, numbed, or imprisoned inside of us. Now, what is the number one sign to discover that you do have a wounded inner child, or better said, a buried inner child inside of you? Well, when during our childhood pain was too overwhelming, we closed ourselves up from our feelings out of primal survival mode. And we close ourselves up from our feelings by restlessly living in our mind instead. And restlessly because we constantly had to be busy with looking for distractions away from our unsolved feelings. Now, there is a simple trick to find out whether you have a wounded inner child or an imprisoned inner child. And that is, go sit somewhere on a bench without any distractions. And if you become restless or even irritated, that means unsolved pain comes through the surface when you are not being distracted, which is the number one sign that you still have a wounded, or better said, an imprisoned inner child. Now, why? Why is it important to know whether our inner child is still buried, numbed, or imprisoned inside of us? Because when our inner child is still buried, we as adults still are imprisoned too, in our freedom of authentic expression, in setting or enforcing our boundaries, in experiencing love or connection, in experiencing abundance, and imprisoned in feeling inappropriate guilt or shame when we would be just ourselves. Now, of course, we might try to pretend to feel otherwise, for example, by the car we are driving or by the mask we are wearing. But once you start feeling restless without any distractions, you know that your inner child is still waiting for you to be finally liberated. Now, did this trick or sign help you to recognize whether your inner child is still wounded or not? Now, please like this video if it did. And did you actually try to sit without any distractions and started to feel restless? Then please let me know in the comment box below so others won't feel alone and feel inspired to also recognize and liberate their inner child as well. Now, not if, but when you want to break free from the very root up, I suggest you to watch my 4 free videos on my free platform regarding breaking free from the very root up of all fear, pain, distracting addictions and consequential diseases. Now click here so I can send you the videos. Now enjoy breaking free from your numbed, imprisoned, buried inner child. Enjoy breaking free from your wounded inner child. Enjoy breaking free as an adult from the very inside out. I will see you in the videos.